All right, I am live. It's Monday, you guys, and we do yoga on Mondays. I'm here as my service to the community, going live on my YouTube, and I also added Periscope. I know Periscope is going to Twitter, so I'm on Twitter, and yeah, that's it. So, what are we going to work on today? Well, first of all, I always answer this question: why? Why are we doing yoga? Why do we want to do yoga? Well, you know why? Because we are 1,000 points of light, and we want to wake that light up, you know? But then what's so fascinating about this light is that there's also this void or this darkness or this eternal self that we are, that we find when we practice yoga. And if you've been practicing with me for a while, I talk about this space in our practice where there's this velvety, dark blackness. And so let's see if we could find that today, that eternal void that helps us really sense, it's that eternalness. It's that black. I'm wearing black today. It's that dark black void that is all expansive. It's the spaces in between the stars. Okay, it's that black that has everything in it, that has eternity in it. So I know that's lofty, but when we're practicing, it's sort of like we find that center aligned blackness that feels so good. It feels like we're coming to ourself. We're discovering who we really are. And I tell you, it's in that sweet womb-like feeling that we create when we practice our yoga, and that's what it's about. It's finding that home base. So every time I sit on my mat, I find that home base. So that's what we're going to do right now. Home base. So sit for a moment. Letting go of all those distractions, all the outer world that pulls us away from who we really are. And our yoga practice brings us back to that true self, that inner landscape that is our responsibility. It's the place that we have to garden, and so this is our garden. We're watering it. We're giving it the food that it needs. And so that analogy of us tending to our garden, our inner garden, that's what it's about. All right. So swallow a couple times. Drop the chin, let the chin rock side to side. I know you all know this. It's just coming back to remember it. This hour that we're practicing is for us to be reminded of all that inner light, inner darkness, inner power, that empowerment that is ours. Okay, so just sit. As you close your eyes, notice the awareness right at the third eye. And then bring the chin slightly down and the heart up. If there's any yawns, let those yawns happen. Let in the jaw relax. In fact, you can even take your fingertips and move right in to the jaw, massaging the jaw. Oh yeah, oh yeah. For those of you who clench your teeth at night, there might be some soreness in that jaw. Some really powerful muscle that we have to grind food. But there may be tension at night, and then you end up in your teeth at night. So massage the large muscle right here at the back of the jaw. That's it. Just give that a little bit of massage. Beautiful. And if you are watching me live, just let me know. Either let me know now, which would be cool because I can see your comments, or at the end, just say, hey, Ta, I watched your class. You could even text me for those of you who know me. Say, hey, Ta, I watched your class. Good. All right. Couple deep sighs in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale. Whoo, neck and shoulders today. Let it go. All right. Shake out the arms. Take the right arm underneath the left. As you wrap your arms, know that you can grab your shoulders or your palms. Pull the elbows away from you. Lift the elbows up, arching into the back. You can feel it into the chest. And then let it go. Drop it down. Oh, chin to the chest. Just rocking side to side. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, let it drop down. So you're feeling that leverage or that resistance between the two elbows. They're pushing against each other. And then the freedom of the arms just to drape down. So why are we doing this again? To find our inner self. Find your highest self and let that self talk to you. You can ask it questions. What's my highest self? What does she think? What does she know? Off to the side. So those that crisscross, you brought it up. Arms come through. Side. Again, you could just take a few minutes with me. You don't have to stay the whole time. Just a little bit of yoga goes a long way. Just a little bit of breath goes a long way. Exhale to one side. 1,000 points of light. That's what you are. Inhale, come to center. Exhale to the other side. Beautiful. Come back to center. Release the arms, cactus arms, heartless. Any release through yawning, opening the new pathways, neural pathways in the mind. Good. Drop the chin, elbows towards each other. Interlace the hands behind you, between sides. Interlace them. Good. Let the heart lift. Hands together behind you. Pulling the shoulder blades down. Good. Chin drops. Rock side to side. Awesome. Good. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, inside out. Oh, more. A little bit more side bend. So these are all my creations. If you have different ways of moving through your upper body right now, do that. Hands behind the head, chin down on the chest, interlace the fingers right to the webbing, cup the back of the head. Elbows come towards each other. Elbows come up. Again, inhale to drop. Such a nice sequence. You can do this at your desk. You don't even have to move to the ground. Just stay in your chair, huh? That would be awesome. Just take a break. Exercise. We call it vitamin E. Vitamin E. Oh, good. All right. So now, remember those eagle arms? We're going to do eagle arms on the left. Left arm underneath. So amazing. Just clearing my sinuses. I'm alternating. Once that left elbow goes underneath the right, wrap it up. Again, this might be tight for you, so you just grab on your elbows. Absolutely fine. Or shoulders, absolutely fine. Or keeping the elbows together, hooking into the arms. Inhale to reach up. A little bit of leverage between the elbows. Exhale to drop down. Wow, so good. I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. Oh, so good. When you release tension, you're creating that sympathetic nervous system. You're getting out of fight or flight mode, and you're moving into that relaxation response. The vagus nerve runs throughout the entire body. Good, one more time. Inhale, lift. And you're stimulating the vagus nerve when you're stretching and breathing. Inner healing, inner wellness, lighting it up. Good. Gently release your arms. Now you have the left arm in front of the right. Bring the arms, elbows behind you, head through. Left side first. Come back to center. Right side. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Can't stop yawning. Oh my gosh. Inhale, come to center. I think I'm yawning for all of you. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the arms again. You have this cactus. Oh, let the heart lift. Find your inner light. Expand your heart so that you can wake up. Wake you. Drop the chin down. Interlace the fingers. Push the fists down. Open the chest. So good. Side to side. Awesome. Oh, amazing. Awesome. Good. Shake it out. Clearing just a little bit of yoga. Wow. So, hey, that's it. But if you want to continue with me, let's do some movement into reverse tabletop. Bend the elbows. A little bit of pulse. Feel the chest lifting. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, lifting it up. Beautiful little bounce. Waking up through your breath. Good, chin comes down. All right, this is a little bit advanced, but if you're able to follow along, great. If not, no judgment. Be gentle and kind to yourself. Inhale. All in perfect timing. If you are able, you can shoot your hips through and lift your hips up. Then we'll come back into reverse table. This is somewhat advanced. I know this is for all levels, so don't worry if it doesn't happen today. It's about flexibility in the shoulders as well as strengthening through that midsection, Sushumna. With breath, inhale. Exhale, head comes down, hips come through. 2 more, inhale. Long breaths, exhale. Woo! Last one. Exhale. Nice. Hips drop. Ooh, release those hands. I'm shaking my hands out because that was a lot. And compression. Compression into the wrist. All the way to the front. And then tap your hips back. Stay tall. Notice how tall my torso is. Tap the hips back. I know, fun stuff, huh? I love multitasking. That's why I'm compressing my wrists. Staying tall. And tapping the hips forward. Good. Tap that right hip back. Tap that left hip back. Hands next to the sides. Drop the chest. Make sure the glutes are back. Hips are straight down into the mat. Lengthen out through the toes. Stay tall. Hands by your sides. I'm going to take 5 breaths. Just feeling the Sushumna. The Mula Bandha, that root lock. Uddiyana Bandha, the flying bird lock. Jalandhara Bandha is your throat lock. Chin is slightly down, throat is back, hands down by your sides. It's that Sushumna, that stream of energy up through the tube that's right through your spinal column, right through the center of your body. This is the epitome of alignment right now. Experiencing energy flow. Hands pressing, shoulders back, chest is lifted. I know it takes effort, but hopefully it's effortless. Once you find it, it's a natural suction upward. All right, inhale, scoop the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. And so we're not really warm in our hips. So I'm just going to take a moment to settle my forehead right on a block. You can use a pillow. Let that block be your head support. Again, I'm going to just take 5 breaths, letting my arms relax, letting my back relax. Feels amazing. It's like, wow, my third eye is getting stimulated as I press that block into my forehead. This is the void that I was talking about at the beginning, the space in between the stars, and how vast and endless that space is for us. We know we are eternal, eternal beings. When you sense that black space that just goes on and on and on, I would call it the void. This is the void. See if you can sense it in that third eye. Last 2 breaths. Surrender in the arms, surrender in the head. Last breath. Wow. Head comes up. Release the block. Pull the hips close to your heels. Reach right underneath the kneecaps. And as you extend and lift through the spine, let that inhale pull you up. And then the exhale roll you back. I think I just got a couple adjustments in my low back. So roll back and up and back. Inhale. Exhale to release. Oh, yeah. Your own timing. Taking your time, enjoying these movements, making them yours, finding maybe even a pause in between. Couple more. Last one. And then this next one, when we come back up, just to prep your mind, you're going to go into Navasana. Last roll. Over and up. And what is Navasana? Navasana is boat pose. Make sure you're right on your sit bones. And you can also support yourself. These are different levels. Level 1. Or actually, this might be level 1 to make sure your torso is tall. Level 2, lifting the toes. Level 3, lean a little forward. Release the hands slowly. Hover the arms. Higher than heels. And then straighten out through the legs. Navasana. Beautiful. Gently pull in. Now, this is my favorite. I'm going to come a little closer because I want you to see. So this is my favorite, finding the void. So as you drop your forehead down, wrap the elbows around your shins, right to the elbows with your hands. See if you can see that quiet space. And it also is stretching out your back, sort of like child's pose. Just 3 more breaths. That darkness right in between the third eye. Let your back be soft, your chin to the chest, tight as you can be. Nice. Head comes up, release the arms. I'm going to just lean myself forward into a squat, coming back to the mat. Come back to the mat. Take a moment to just sit on a block. I'm going to stack my blocks. Actually, I'm going to line them up. Stack my blocks. Give it a little seat. Wow. And again, we're going to pause, take our time. There's no rush. Moving slowly in your practice. This is beginning to all levels. I mean, any yoga is good yoga. Chin is down, lengthen through the top of the head, settle into the feet. A little bit of pressure in with the knees and back with the elbows. Activate the glute muscles. Set your torso tall. Drop your chin a little bit, lengthen through the back of the head. Press the knees in towards the elbows. Hold for another 5 breaths. Keep your eyes still. 3 more. Last one. So good. Toes together, release the hands, pop your hips high for your forward fold. And in fact, your blocks are right here. So take a block and put it in between your calves. So you put that block in between your calves, you're squeezing pressure inward with your calves. I have my knees bent, my hip creases are evenly pressing up. I'm sinking into my feet. Okay, spreading out the toes, ball of the foot, back of the foot, little edge of the pinky toe. Everything pressing down, active legs. Grab the elbows. And just see what it feels like to let the torso hang. Any movements that feel good to you? I'm bringing my block a little closer. My feet a little closer to squeeze the block a little tighter. Taking a breath, letting that exhale take me a little deeper, a little longer in the upper body. Activity in the legs. Long breaths. Beautiful. Release the arms. Bend. Roll slowly up. I'm going to pause at that halfway point. Hands on the kneecaps. Hips push back. Good. Pause here. Activate the legs. And then even that rounding of that back. Pelvic bowl tilts out and in. Just like cat-cow. Play with that movement of the sit bones back and then sit bones under. One more time. Push them back and then in. Nice. Good. I'm going to keep it rounded. Round, round, round. For the strength, come on up. Let that block go. How fun was that? That was so much fun. I love it. Let's continue. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. All right. So now comes the rock and roll part. We're going to find some movements, okay? Movements through warrior one. Actually, warrior two. Let's go right into warrior two. Settle in. Good. I'm on my right side. Sink into that right knee. So how do you set up your feet? Right heel lines up to the center arch of that left foot. Left foot is at an angle. Okay, for me that works nicely because what it does is it rolls that left knee inward. And as I activate that kneecap and that quad, I'm activating that left glute. If that makes sense. So all of this upper body, we want to adjust that as well. So take that lower belly and pull it up. Still keeping activity out through that left glute. Settle into the right knee. Let it open. Ribs in. And then notice how much energy starts flowing when you do that. I could just feel it. It's just like that aha. And roll the shoulders. Good. Ribs in. Chest lifted. All of these sensations is how we wake up our inner eye and broaden the arms. That's it. Spreading out the toes, lifting tall through that upper body. Warrior two. Can add on. Take a breath. Go into reverse warrior. Left hand to the left knee, right arm comes up. Gazing a little bit upward, letting that chest follow as well. Nice. Take that right elbow to the knee. So I'm a little wide. I always do this. I don't know why. But That back foot needs to come in a little bit. Notice how that knee now is right over, my front knee is right over the ankle. So that adjustment really helps to power through that front leg. Good. Right hip crease underneath you. Ribs in, don't lose that midsection. Left arm comes up. Lower belly's lifting. Activity through that back leg. Look down, see if you can hover the right fingertips off that big toe. Oh my goodness, so good. All right, look down, left hand comes down. Change that back heel, move it over to the left, move that right foot over to the right. Right hand on the knee, take that right hip, right fingers into the hip crease. Take that breath and then move that right hip crease back as you settle in. Low belly has space now. Turn into that right arm. Okay. Why? Because we want that shushuma, that central energetic tube, to have space. Keeping the hips safe. Good. All right, look down. Frame that front foot with the hand. Move the foot to center. Finally, you get to play with your down dog. So right foot comes back to down dog. Yay! Down dog, that staple yoga posture. You can gaze towards your thumbs. Spread your fingers wide. Make sure that index finger is at least straight ahead. And the shoulders are broad. My shoulders are wide, so I tend to go right to the edge of my mat. A little bit of bend in the knees, adjust the feet, make sure they're even, and then push back into the upper body. Yeah, you can take your time. Alternate the heels, right and left. So good. I know, I crack myself up because I never get tired. I never get tired of yoga. Finding new things every single practice. It's always different. So hopefully I can inspire you to have your own creative license to create your own practice that's right for you, you know? That's how you wake up that inner void. Find that inner void, that inner darkness, that space in between the stars. All right. So I'm going to step up. Actually, I'm going to play. Let's play together. So toes together. Right foot crosses over the left. Good. And then that left foot crosses over the right. And you're stepping up a little bit each time. So it's just crisscross play. Crisscross play. If you need a little bit of hands coming in or using your blocks, do that. I'm just crisscrossing. So good. That crisscross walk up. And then just make it side by side. Give it a halfway lift. Toes almost touching, heels slightly apart. Let the heart reach forward. Suction in the navel, ribs in. And then exhale, pull it back in. 2 more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. I'm feeling the difference between the right side and the left side. It's really interesting. Exhale. It's like my body's reminding me, you have the left side. Don't forget warrior 2 on the left side. So that's where we'll go next. Reverse swan dive. Come on up. or roll up, just depending on your back. Exhale into your heart. Awesome. Shake it out a little bit. So good. Let's do that left side, warrior one. Take a little stance, nice and wide actually. Settle into that left knee. The wider you go, the little bit more of a challenge because you have this left leg working. Okay, line up that left heel to center arch of the right. Natural 45-degree angle to help roll the right knee inward. Good. And then you don't forget the upper body. Pull the hips underneath you. Lower belly lifts. I went a little too wide, I could tell. Lower belly lifts, ribs in, heart and clavicles, shoulders rolling. Don't forget the jaw, soft jaw and face. Spread out through the arms. Left hip crease underneath you, right hip crease rolls a little bit forward. Push back on that right knee. This is my weaker side for that. So I really have to focus pushing that knee back and engaging that right glute. Still natural curve. Check in to see if you have that natural curve in the low back. That comes from that left hip crease underneath you. You can feel it in activating that left glute. Now lots to think about. And then you're on ice. Suctioning inward with your heels. Awesome. Wow. Smiling too. Oh my gosh. And then reverse it. Right hand comes to the right knee. Left arm up. Last one. Beautiful. Left elbow on the knee. Yeah, this side doesn't need that adjustment of moving inward. I'm at that perfect place. Sticking my butt out because I've sensed that this left hip needs a little bit more reminder to stay active. And so that actually helped when I put my butt back. It helped remind my backside to work. Don't forget the backside. I think that's the habit of yoga. You forget the butt. Activate those glutes. All right, so this was the hard part. Look down, activation, lower belly, glutes. Hover that left fingers right above the toe. Look up, drop that right shoulder back, straighten out the right leg, hold. So good. Look down, right hand comes to the mat. Change that back heel. This is where I did those adjustments because everything's on the same plane now. And if we're twisting and we need space for the belly, okay, you have to have space for the hips. So right foot over to the right, left foot over to the left. Fingers, 3 fingers or all fingers in that hip crease. Turn that hip crease back. Okay, you can already sense the space that has been created in the low belly. Once there, turn. Low belly has space now. Absolutely key for energetic flow. And then left arm comes up. You can deepen the stretch by moving back foot back. Push into the front heel. Hip crease drops. Turn. Oh, so good. I just love this. Wow. Turn the head, move that front foot back. And what do we do? I think we just went straight back, right? If you feel like you want to go through your chaturanga and you know what you're doing, you can go to high plank or down dog. You can just go to your down dog into child's pose. High plank is an option. And then that low push-up, high to low push-up. To up dog. First up dog. Holy camoli. Love it. Right shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. Look over the left shoulder. Come back to center. And through tabletop. Exhale to down dog. Beautiful. Just a reminder of who you are, a physical being who has a spiritual body that's connected. And you're melding the two. You're melding this material with the ethereal. This beautiful dance between being a material being in this body and touching that spirit realm. And so I find that the yoga gives you those quiet spaces where you can touch that. If I can do it, you can do it. And everybody that loves their yoga practice finds it addictive because of that reason. You're touching your true self and you're coming home to who you really are, which is that eternal side, that spiritual side, that spiritual realm, through breath and through movement. All right, our first child's pose. Let's do that. This place that you know everything. You have access. It's just asking the right questions. What is your question for today? Supporting your head with your double fists. All right, puppy pose. Let's just bring the hips right over the knees. Walk the hands forward. Get the hip creases again. It's all about the space right into the lower belly and letting that sit bones lift back, ribs in, lengthen through the upper body. Drop the forehead down. Stretching through the under edges of the armpit. Feel it in the middle of the back. Nice. Good. Come back. Walk your hands back into this neutral place, tabletop. Stretch out the neck just a little bit, and then we'll go right into cat-cow. Rounding the back, chin into the chest. Drop the navel down, heart forward. And then back up. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. All right, tuck the toes under. This is a form of plank as well, where you're hovering the knees slightly, making sure your sit bones are back, lengthening through the upper body as you bring your clavicles forward. Your chin is level. Lower your knees, or the harder it is. I think. All right, push into one down dog, and then we'll go right into one-legged down dog, and then step up and do a couple standing on one leg. So little heads up. Okay, right leg extends high. Oh, nice. In fact, let's just play, make it a little bit more organic. Letting your heel drop back, open that hip, stack the hip. Play with that left knee as well. And kick to the side. Make it yours. And then hold that one-legged down dog. Find that spot. Right hip drops. Right leg goes high. Upper body centered. Left kneecap lifted. Oh, wow, left hamstring. The higher I go with my right leg, the more my left hamstring. Ooh, so good. So take a break in between. Let's just do a little sit back, shake out the wrist. And then we'll do that on the other side. Yay! Are you having fun yet? Grabbing the elbow or shoulders and just letting the head drop. And then switching, grabbing the shoulders, the other elbow above, alternating, letting it drop. Feels amazing. All right, so then it's the other side. Come back to down dog, inhale. Use that exhale. Come into down dog. Toes together. Left leg high. Heel drops back. Open that left hip. And then kick it to the side. It's awesome. It's so awesome. I just cannot even tell you how the mood gets so much better. You are elevating. It's like that higher frequency starts streaming through your whole being. That's that addictive part. Who doesn't want to feel good? We all want to feel good. All right, rotate to one-legged down dog. Not to push that foot far away from you, but to keep that hip socket in, turning and dropping, lengthening through that right hamstring. Lift a little bit higher, press into the upper body. I know you're along for the ride. This is my practice as well. Hopefully you're inspired. Come out if you need to. All right, step up. Left leg's going to step right up. Right leg's stepping up as well. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to pull back in. Forehead towards the shins. Checking in with my hip creases to see if they're nice and even. It might even feel good to drop the hips low. Go into that void. Close the eyes. Feel that black, dark space. That is your eternal self. Ooh, the space in between the stars. And let it go. Again, inhale. Exhale. Gently round and roll up. Okay, so one or two more standing, and then we're going to go down to close up. I'm probably going over a little bit. Whew. Hi. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. That was good. All right, so the standing posture that I wanted to do was standing bow. There's ways to build up to the balance. If you want that satisfaction of really holding that foot and being able to kind of kick it back, you can use your wall, so let's go halfway. Yeah, let's just really engage this wall as our prop, as our tool. So halfway. So hopefully you have wall or furniture. Find that length. Then take that right leg back. So this is warrior 3 actually. Warrior 3. And then look towards the wall. Use that left hand for support. Right hand's coming back, grabbing inside of that arch, and then find your way into that standing bow. That's all. That's all it is. You can use your wall or not. Nice. Gently come out. In fact, if you still need support, use support. I'm taking it into a quad stretch. So right heel towards the hip, knee, right knee behind the left knee. And then you can even lean forward too if you need more of a stretch. And know that you can use your wall for support. Wow, that's awesome. I know, I get so excited. Take a little walkabout. In fact, I need a glass of water. So take a sip of water if you have it. I have to share these so cute, these Buddha glasses. They are just so amazing. Really cool. My sister-in-law got these for me. I know you're not supposed to guzzle water, but sometimes it feels so good to guzzle. All right. When you're ready, come back to your wall. Take a breath. Hinge right at the waist. Reach for the wall. Hands are right at shoulder hip height. Engage that mula. Suction in, ribs in, lengthen through the top of the head. Toes together. Why? Because you want that pedestal to be right underneath you. So your right leg now is your pedestal, left leg comes out. Drop that left hip, lengthen through the upper body. All these adjustments. Harder side for me, I don't know why. Okay, bending that left foot. Reach back with that left hand. Kick it back. Drop that left hip. Adjust how you need to. Lower belly's lifting. Oh, wow. Flux. Yoga is all about that flux, in and out. Heart forward, knee back. Quite productive on this side. Good. I came up to stand. Left heel to the hip. Knee comes behind. Left knee behind the right. I'm catching my breath because that was so hard. Much harder to focus. Hinging at the waist. If you need more. That's my 11-year-old. Hello. Good. Shake it out. Soothe your body. Take some movements. Sway. Rock. All right, what would feel good right now? I think pigeon, and then we'll roll onto our back, and that will be class today. So come to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms high. Exhale to dive forward. Navel. I'm always trying to find mula, so that's why I bent my knees to straighten. It helps you find that lock as you forward fold, because you don't want to lose it even in your forward fold. Let's just stay in this forward fold for another 3 breaths. Wherever you are, absolutely fine. Make it yours. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, find your flow. Whatever it is for you. High plank, low push-up, down dog, child's pose. What do you want? What do you need? Down dog if you're not there already. And we'll do left side first. Pigeon pose on the left. Slide that left knee up. Right leg behind you. Again, beautiful place to utilize a prop. In fact, I'm going to fold it one more time. My blanket. Okay. You can use a block as well. Yeah, gives it just some more nurturing compassion to yourself. It doesn't mean you have to stay with the prop the whole time. You can always take that prop out. So the stages to help open up in a gradual way, just very much a method to increase the flexibility. Doesn't need to go right to that pinnacle place. You can take stages, baby steps to get there. Maybe there's baby steps for another 4 or 5 weeks. Also, it's a whole different sensation. It's a new way of creating awareness in different areas of that muscle as well. So that's why I like shaking it up. And I know I talk a lot, so just tune out what you don't need and take what you do need. It's part of the yoga practice. Focus on what you do want and get rid of the rest. That's a true sign of a superpower. Nothing phases you, nothing annoys you. You're able to embrace what is because you're able to control your inner landscape, your emotional body. When you control your emotional body through your thoughts and your emotions, that's how you manifest. Because you're focusing on what you do want, not what you don't want. Easier said than done, a lot of times. But once it becomes a habit, it's easy. All right, gently come out. We'll just keep it simple. Take it to down dog, shake it out. Circle out that hip. Nice. And then switch sides. I'm moving my prop to the right side. Right leg's coming up. Slide it up. That's it. Have fun. Hope you are too. Using that prop if you did before. Take that exhale all the way down. Yeah, I celebrate you if you're still with me doing your hour class. About 5 more minutes left. 5 to 10 more minutes. A little bit more sensation on this side for me, so I'm focusing on exploring different lines. What does it need? It needs a little bit of movement, discovering different areas here in this right knee. Last couple breaths. Maybe you're ready to come out. If you're ready to come out, just take it to child's pose. First, you shake out that right knee, right hip. Plenty. Inhale, come up. Hands for support. Move your prop aside. Tuck that left toe under. If you straighten out that left leg, you'll be able to just kick that right leg up. Circle out that hip. Make sure you go both directions. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, child's pose as promised. Set your hips back. This time, extend the arms out through to the front. Drop the head. Nice. And then just turn yourself over. Pretty much take what you need to end class. I'm going to bring my blocks. Keep them handy because I use them underneath me for Shavasana and for supported bridge because that's kind of what I want to do right now. Maybe you do too. Counter stretch, all of that squeezing forward of the hips. A little support with the block. You can even walk the feet out to really stretch the front of the body. I think yoga helps you be more confident, helps you be more comfortable in your own skin. Letting go of anxiety, doubt, fear, worry, all of that. Soothing the nervous system, getting you out of that fight or flight. All the high stress of what's going on in our world, we all need a little bit of yoga. Upper body. When you take your block out, release upper body, middle back, lower back. Reach for your knees because obviously the upper body gets a little bit compressed. So off to right and left. Right hand opposite. Good. Roll down. Arms up above you. Drop the knees to the right. Come back to center. Knees to the left. One more like that. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Come back to center. Exhale to the left. So good. All right. Release the arms down. Use your props. Come in. Any last posture that you need, definitely go into that. Whether it's a twist, happy baby, headstand, shoulder stand. All of those are options, great options. But I'm really ready just to rest. So here we go. Arms up, supporting your knees, especially if you have any low back issues. You want to support by letting the knees come a little higher than your hips. And then just rest. Somebody's home. Let it all go. In through the nose. Wide open mouth, exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale, nose. Fill up the belly. And let it all go. Oh, wow, last one. Inhale right from the low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Hold at the top. Slow and generous. Let it out through the mouth. Awesome. Hands by your sides. Rest. I love this place. I hope you do too. Go ahead and deepen the breath. Maybe a couple sighs or yawns. You can wiggle your toes, wiggle the fingers. You can rock the head side to side. And take that right knee or left knee up to your chest one at a time. And once they're up, just a little bit of circling. Circle out your knees. And then roll to one side. Off to a side. Excuse you. Go off to one side. Use that top hand for support. Coming up to meditative posture. No rush. Take your time. Once at the top, inhale nose. And let it out through the mouth. Beautiful. Seal the lips. Back in through the nose. Out through the nose. Wow. Namaste. Hopefully you touched the dark black void of who you really are, that eternal self, the space in between the white spots of stars. Awesome. Andrea's here. Oh. Chris Anderson says, what is that pose? She's sleeping. Maybe, yes, sleeping is Shavasana. I love it. Yeah, somebody says she's sleeping. Oh, and I love that. Picture of our Christ. Jesus. I love that. And yeah, thank you, Andrea, possibly. All right, wonderful. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, it's 1:11. I love it when I do that. Sacred number. All right, you guys. Thanks. Thanks for being here. And you can go to my website, toddrowan.com, if you want to book a human design session with me, which is amazing. So if you don't know about human design, it's this energetic aura reading, and you can look it up. You just Google human design, and so much will come up. So anyhow, I do that as well. All right, talk to you guys soon. See you next Monday. Bye.